Hey, how's it going everybody? Ultimately Unlucky back again, once again for PCL Season 4, Weeks 3 and 4. Why is it both Weeks 3 and 4? Because my original recording of Week 3 ended up being a little bit bad, so I had to delete that. My team for it is gone, so I can't really do a team analysis for that, but team's pretty fresh in my mind. But before we get to anything that has to do with Week 3 and 4, I need to fix a little problem here that was done with my Week 1 video. And that was the Week 1 video would cut out a bit short. I figured out the problem with that with my editor. It happened with the Week 2 video, but that was still early enough where I was able to fix it up and re-upload the full version. So I'm just going to re-summarize the rest of my Week 1 battle, so you guys get a better grip on what happened. I don't know what the title happened, but I think this is what might have happened. No, I didn't do it too early, but yeah, it's kind of a little unprofessional, but actually, and I actually should have checked when this video starts, but we'll just keep going. We're 12 turns in, Bunny Santa takes that. Well, the Alarm Muck goes down to the Sandstorm from the Mew. I think this is actually where the video might have cut off, but the Mew gets up its rocks. I go into the barn, and a Mega Evolve getting off a Hurricane. So Mew just sets it up. And you can already tell by the Week 2 video is that I have lost this battle by a 3-0. So, yeah, the Mew gets confused from Hurricane, switches out into the Clef Key. He goes for Thunder Wave as I go try to get a Heat Wave off, but I get the Para Hacks. Goes for Spikes. I still cannot move from the Para Hacks, as 2 Para Hacks in a row. It's very unfortunate. So I Heat Wave that time, and the Mew comes in. Of course, he Soft Balls right up as I just go for the Hurricane to get the raw damage. Really nothing Tibarn could do if I were to switch him out, which I do with U-turn, but he has to come back in and take heavy rocks damage. It's not going to be good since he's also paralyzed. So Bunny Santa goes down from Mew, trying to knock him off, or kill him with knockoff, but he did outspeed as he go for Psychic. Going to Skunk Tank, I did not have Pursuit, so I just went for Crunch, Unicorn Infernape. Split down to the Mega Pidgeot, most likely to sack it off, but he goes for the U-turn into the Mew. So he gets Sandstorm back up as I boost myself back up to full. And really just gets back to a vicious cycle of me not being able to touch Mew. Go for the Heat Wave, trying to call the Clef Key, perhaps. Clef Key or Sneasel, because Sneasel is really a huge threat to my team if I remember my matchup correctly. So of course, Mew just keeps going to Psychic. I get the Para Hacks, but Psychic one more time, knocks out the Mega Pidgeot. It is 5-3, which is not looking very well. Go into my Modern Sonic, and he switches out. I did not have Pursuit. He goes into the cancel like Crunch. I think I Crunch again, or I switch out, and I Sucker Punch as he knocks off. So I get into the Pig into my Black Flood Zone now. It's going to take out no longevity. So I'm Sucker Punch again on switch out. Infernape comes in. I go for Sucker Punch again as he knocks me out with, he does not knock me out. He goes into the Sneasel, and this is where the match takes out. I was trying to go for Sucker Punch as he sets up a Swords Dance. Goes for the Ice Shot and kills the Skunk Tank. I go into Primarina, but the Sneasel, it has Poison Jab. So it knocks out the Primarina, and I go into Mars the Latios as the Sneasel finishes me off with Ice Shard. Yep, so that was a unfortunate, very bad 5-0 loss for me. So that's basically the end of the Week 1 battle. And if you did not want to watch it, I'm sorry, but I thought I would correct it, and there might, no point in saying this now, but it might have been a timestamp when you could have skipped over. But on to my Week 3 battle. So this battle was against Andrew, and his entire team was Mega Swampert, Tapu Koko, Kartana, Kingdra, Pelipper, Toxicroak, Omastar, Moltres, Escavalier, Komala, and Meowstic. And it was at this point in the league that I had free agent Licky Licky for Magneton. The main reason why is that I wanted a better Fairy Resist, as my only 2 Fairy Resist were Alola Marowak and Garbodor. Those 2 aren't the best bulky mons. Like, they're okay, but they're not extremely well. And Licky Licky, I had no desire to bring it at all. Of course, the fact that I don't have Licky Licky means I do not have any Wish support, which, well, I don't have very best Wish support. I have Latios who has Wish, but yeah, it's really not as effective, where lot of guys said traditionally use Recover or Boost. But I definitely think Magneton was a good decision. And both of its abilities, all of its abilities really, Magna Pulse 30 and Lick, they're all very useful. It's very, very powerful. I can throw an Eviolite on it, it can be very bulky. And I don't regret doing this. And so I brought it with me to the Week 3 match. So I brought Magneton, Primarina, Thundurus, Incarnate, Garbodor, Delmise, and Pidgeot. He brings the Koko, Swampert, Pelipper, Kartana, Escavalier, and Kingdra. So the Magneton set, I know it was Eviolite, Analytic with Discharge. Well, no, not Discharge, I want to say Volt Switch, Hidden Power Grass, and Flash Cannon. Of course, Hidden Power Grass for the Swampert, Flash Cannon for the Koko, Volt Switch to knock out the Pelipper, Thunder Wave to slow down a Swift-Wind Kingdra, but I'm not going to spoil it right now. But Primarina, it was, I want to say, Extra Belt with, of course, Energy Ball, Psychic, Hydro Pump, and Moonblast. Is that a Moonblast or Aqua Jet? I don't know. No, I think we had Moonblast, but we either swapped one of those 4 moves for Aqua Jet, and yeah, we had Psychic, of course, for Toxicroak, Hydro Pump. Well, it was either Hydro Pump or Scald. It's not the very best, but Primarina set was kind of basic, but anyway. Thundurus Incarnate was the main win con. It was Agility, Nasty Plot, Electrium Z, Thunderbolt, and Grass Knot. Now that was just the main win con. I set up on things like the Koko or Pelipper. Then I just go down. Garbodor was probably a Spike Hazard Setter. I know we had Spikes, Seed Bomb, Poison Jab, or no, Gunk Shot. And the last move was probably Protect, just to get my Black Sludge HP back. Delmise, it just came with the traditional Assault Vest set with Rapid Spin, Power Whip, Anchor Shot, and the last move I want to say Shadow Claw. And of course, Mega Pidgeot, we had Hurricane, Heat Wave, and then I want to say Boost and U-Turn. But that's just going off memory, so, and I don't really have the best of what I did, so I opened up with my Thundurus. He opened with the Koko. I just go for the money right away as he Hidden Power Ices. I was able to lift that with a little HP investment, so I Nasty Plot up. He gets the Hidden Power Ice, and he crits. That crit sucked very bad, because I could have gone for the Agility. Next turn, if he did not call the Z Crystal, I propped the Z Crystal, and the Koko goes down to Electrium Z, and then Thundurus goes and take live. But if he even did call Z Crystal, then Thundurus could have taken something from the Electrium Z as he can switch back into Koko to take heavy damage from the incoming Thunderbolt, where Thundurus goes down then. Which really sucks, because then Thundurus could have gotten at least something off, could have gotten good damage on the Koko, it could have really taken out something, but because of that crit, it really just sucked. Really, I'm trying not to swear here, but that crit, I really hated that crit because it actually decides the match. So with that gun, I go into Magneton to wall out the Koko as he goes into Escavalier, kicks Flash Cannon, and since I didn't see Assault Vest, I switch into Barn here, defeating Iron Head, which was a Choice Specs one, or Choice Band one, as I Heat Wave to knock out the Escavalier. Goes right into Koko. I switch right back into Magneton, as the boys are the best wall I had for Koko is that Eviolite. So he switches out into Kartana. I had to go right into Garbodor to not really do anything except get my spikes up. So he goes for a Smart Strike as I get up 2 layers of spikes, then spam the Protect. So I go for a Seed Bomb, trying to think we go down for that Smart Strike. Could got another layer of spikes up, but it doesn't matter. I go for a Protect this turn, he Smart Strike, go for a Protect a second time, it gets affected. So I think we get third Protect. So that really didn't matter though, since it didn't give us enough HP to live this final Smart Strike. And the quadruple Protect was only a 4% chance. Get the Aftermath, but he gets the Beast Boost, so go right into Mega Pidgeot, we were able to outspeed it, so goes into the Pelipper as I Hurricane, because that would have taken down the Kartana. Here I could have easily have defogged, or no, I should have Earthquaked. As we can see how much hit damage that Scald did. It did over 60% in the rain. So I go for Hurricane that kind of get the crit on the Swampert, but since it's faster than me in the Rain, I go right into Arthur Foz to sack off here. But the Rain goes down and he has to go right back and Pelipper. This is where I Power Whip, knocking it out. So it's now 4-4, goes back into Swampert to take me out with the Ice Punch. As I switch into Primarina, we were able to live a Earthquake and fire off a Moonblast, which takes out the Swampert. Now 3-3, he goes into Kingdra, and it's actually at this point where Kingdra cleans up with the Hydro Pump. He takes out Primarina, he takes out the Magneton, and he takes down the Mega Pidgeot. So that leads to a 3-0 loss to me, which makes us 0-3 minus, I want to say 11. Yes, we are 0-3 minus 11 going to week 4. This is we're just getting pushed back into a very uncomfortable position. I'm trying to stay positive, I'm trying to stay calm and not lose my cool. But the pressure just gets on for this week for us to happen. So going right into the team builder section, my team is entirely the same. Got Mega Pidgeot, Latias, Diggersby, Primarina, Cobalion, Magneton, Garbodor, Thundercard, Dynamite, Lilliwack, and Skuntank. Everything is the same. And this week we are facing off against AlexAce of the New Jersey Rebels. The team name doesn't matter, but he is, I want to say he is 1-3. So his entire team is right here on the screen. Mega Gardevoir, Victini, Hydreigon, Scizor, Vaporeon, Crobat, Manectric, Sock, Kecleon, Trevenant, and Rhydon. So of course he has some very big offensive threats. Mega Gardevoir, the Victini are just very threatening. The Hydreigon, Aggron has been pretty adamant about the idea of it being Scarf set, be able to outspeed things like my Cobalion and Thundurus. The Scizor can come, but with mons like my Mega Pidgeot and a Lilliwack, it can potentially get hard-walled. Vaporeon is very prominent wish support, but it can be set up for certain mons, as well as not wanting to take a Primarina Edgy Ball as choice specs. And the Crobat could also come because it's very fast. It outspeeds everything on my team, I believe. As it is base 130. Yep. And Mega Pidgeot here is base 121. So it outspeeds my entire team. But we do have some things to wall it, like the Magneton that we are bringing. The Manectric is kind of iffy with this one, because it can come with same power Ice and Thunderbolt, because that helps him take down the Pidgeot, the Diggersby, the Thundurus, the Latias. Flamethrower can work against Cobalion and Magneton, but there are mons that can outspeed it without a Scarf, which means every another mon he would have to bring a Scarf, and even then a little whack could threaten that thing to not even come, since we would be able to resist its coverage moves and are immune to electric. The Sock and Kecleon are both mons I'm kind of iffy on as well. I really don't have insight on how well they work against my team. Sock, it can come with Sturdy to stop some setup sweepers, but if I have Hazards up, it might not be able to do that very effectively. Kecleon, it's just really Kecleon. I don't really know what Kecleon does very well, but it can probably, I'm pretty sure it sets up the Swords Dance, but I don't think it's here to, I don't think it would come to defensively check anything. The Trevenant can as well be a solid comm, as it resists it resists one of Diggersby's stabs and is immune to the other, which means it can come in, threaten it with Will-O-Wisp or Horn Leech, forcing it right out into something like, really I don't have a proper wall for it besides Tibarn, but then he gets off the free Will-O-Wisp or the Toxic even. Because I can't go into the Primarina for Horn Leech, can't go into Cobalion unless I have a special set, which I'm not. It can't go into a Lilliwack because he has the Ghost covered. It can't go into Skuntank because he can burn me. And Thundurus I can't properly go into as well because he has Rock Slide, which makes the Trevenant a solid come for him. And the Rhydon, it can also come defensively, but with rocks, but with mons like my Thundurus and Delmize and Primarina having all their stab and or coverage moves, the Rhydon could be too scared to even come. So, of course, I'm bringing the boys on Magneton one more time again. Rocking the Eviolite with Magnet Pole. What's its steel type again? Scizor, so we can lock in the Scizor as long as it doesn't have U-turn, which he might. But even then, we get the free HP Fire off, or we also get Flash Cannon, Discharge, and we got Toxic as well. So I'm going for Discharge. I'm using Discharge compared to Thunderbolt for the 30% chance to paralyze, because there are mons I would much rather be paralyzed than Toxic, but I need Toxic on this just in case of Vaporeon. Doesn't have Heal Bell, it can definitely put that thing on a timer, even though we scared out with Discharge as it is. But I wouldn't mind getting a Paralyze on Victini or Hydreigon, although both of those would be very fantastic if I got the Toxic off on either of them. I'd also like getting Toxic off on Trevenant and Kecleon if they were to come. We are also bringing Skuntank, the Modern Sonic, holding the Expert Belt with Aftermath. So this is actually going to be my main idea to take down Victini with a physical variant. Of course, we Sucker Punch, we have Sucker Punch, Pursuit, Poison Jab, and Play Rough. So Sucker Punch, it is able to put Victini in range where Aftermath would take him out, I believe. Because it either puts him in range or the lowest roll is just out of range. But like, we attack him with the Sucker Punch, he gets off of V-Create, we go down, Aftermath happens, and the Victini goes down to do it. Which can be a very proper idea, because we do have other ways to take out Victini, but this can be effective. So Sucker Punch with an Expert Belt. Yeah, so Adamant, Sucker Punch, Expert Belt, that's 69 to 82. So that's a small margin of area where the Victini can live Sucker Punch and Aftermath. But then it's at a point where we can Revenge Kill with one of our faster mons. Since both Thundurus, Therian, and Zero Arctophilion, they both outspeed Victini naturally. So he would need a Scarf, and even then, if he kills us with V-Create, he has the minus speed, so we can go into something that's slower. If Victini, of course, if Victini is down, like it got a V-Create kill, we go into Skuntank, we can threaten it with Pursuit, and we can get off damage as well. I think if Victini is minus with the V-Create, I will go for the Pursuit first, because we should outspeed it at the -1, and he could potentially fear a heavy attack since he would be -1 defense. So if he's -1 in the defense and speed of Victini, I would Pursuit, but if he's not, then I Sucker Punch. That's the main idea, and that should be enough speed to outspeed an uninvested Hydreigon, which he would not bring, but it's better to save the sorry. Thundurus, Therian, Kramer, holding the Poisonium Z, rocking Volabsorb, the only ability we got, with Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, Grass Knot, and Focus Blast. We are Timid with max special attack and max speed. We need to be Timid max speed so we can outspeed his base 100. We can't run mods because then they can outspeed us if they're max Timid themselves. So Sludge Wave with the Poisonium Z can OHKO the Mega Gardevoir, which is very good, and even if he tries to call the Flash Cannon or the Sludge Wave, whatever comes in, its only immunity to them is the Scizor, and with the Scizor he has to fear the hit power fire, and it can't really touch Thundurus Therian in anyway. At Grass Knot, it is for the Rhydon. Of course, I think having coverage for the Rhydon is easier than having coverage for having HP 5 for the Scizor, because Scizor can take a good enough damage from Thunderbolt anyway, and we resist Bullet Punch, so we don't really take anything. Focus Mist, it's for the Hydreigon. I'm pretty sure it takes it out at full, since we have a pretty high special attack. As long as it's not Scarf, we can risk that attack and go for it. But I would do Victinium Z, but we need the Poisonium Z to OHKO Mega Gardevoir. Of course, Thunderbolt is our main stab. It does heavy damage to Victini. It does heavy damage to most of the things for neutral. His only resistance for it are Hydreigon, Manectric, Trevenant, and the Rhydon immunity. Two of those we have the coverage for. So I'm not trying to put all of it on Thundurus this time, but we need to preserve it to mid to late game, to put heavy damage pressure on him. Okay, we are bringing Mars the Latias with a defensive Wish set. So we have leftovers for the extra longevity, Wish to be able to pass it between Mons, being able to pass the Wish between Magneton and Primarina are the main ideas. We also have Dragon Pulse for a main stab and Shadow Ball for the coverage on the Gardevoir. So I didn't bring Side Shock because being able to hit the Gardevoir is much easier, and we hit the Hydreigon with Dragon Pulse anyway. And there's not really much that Side Shock would hit that we can't hit neutrally. The only thing we missed out with not bringing Side Shock is being able to hit the Crobat and the Sock. But we're defensive, so we might be able to take a couple hits from them anyway. It's not very bulky, but we can ideally switch Latias in on the Victini since we resist Speed Create. The only way you can hit us for super effective is with Glaciate and U-Turn. U-Turn would be the better play as we have a high special defense, so that Glaciate might not do a lot since it's only a base 65 power. Hey, 5th slot we are bringing Xerac the Cobalion, holding Life Orb, which justified Iron Head, Stone Edge, Close Combat, and Sword Stance with 232 speed. That should equal us to a Thunderous. No. So we get slightly faster than something else. I don't know what we're trying to outspeed, but I'm pretty sure that's to outspeed the Manectric. Yeah. Because Manectric is base 105 speed. So Iron Head, Close Combat. They are main stab moves. Iron Head, it knocks out the Mega Gardevoir right away. Close Combat does the same thing to Hydreigon. And Stone Edge hits Victini. Yeah, like I'm mainly focused on those 3 mons because we can work around the other mons with what we have. But Sword Dance, of course, we can set up on the Vaporeon. We do have to risk the Scald Burn, but we can also set up on the Scizor, which can be a little better. If the Vaporeon has damage on it, we knock it out with Close Combat. Vaporeon's very bulky, but so we can't knock it out even with +2. I would not go for +3, but we get off heavy damage and we might go down to Scald, but that could be good damage that we need. So yeah, Cobalion and Thunderous, they really are the main offensive threats for his team, so we need to try to preserve them to late game and put pressure on him with my Magneton and Primarina. Speaking of Primarina, Lucius is coming. We are holding the Splash Plate. We have Hydro Pump, Hidden Power Fire, Moonblast, and Aqua Jet. This is why I was saying Aqua Jet when I was talking about my battle against Andrew, because this is why we have Aqua Jet on Primarina. The speed we have. What is that for? Is that for Scizor? Yeah, that has to be for Scizor, so we can outspeed with Hidden Power Fire. We're holding Splash Plate so we can switch our moves around because we don't want to be able to be at risk of the Vaporeon coming in freely. So we can try to bluff the Choice Specs with the Splash Plate bonus. Vaporeon comes in Moonblast. I did have Energy Up Ball in this set, but Aggron also said we should have Hydro Pump. I think Hydro Pump, or no, not Hydro Pump, Aqua Jet would be a good play since we can get that extra chip damage, which could mean game for a certain mon. So that is my entire team. I'm going to skip ahead to when I'm battling Alex. That could still be a while from when this recording is happening, but with power of editing, it will be right away. Okay, he sent us a challenge at OU. Get our team against him. Except, hopefully our team's good. So it's saying Lucius's IVs or EVs don't work. Yeah, we don't have EVs actually. Gurdet caught it for us. Well, that's just weird because we just had it. Okay then. So we just need to get up to the Scizor. 6. Okay, good enough. It works now. Okay, so we don't see the Mega Gardevoir or the Hydreigon. Very good. So that could be very good, but it could also be bad because most of our prep is good for them. Or most of our prep is for them. So we also don't see Vaporeon though, which is I'm very glad to see. Traveling though is also a very good call. So I want to think this very calmly because we do not have a single win, and I want to get the win so bad because I just really need this. So before we even select what we start with, so let's just mark down what he has. Genie. Not Victory Bell. Okay, is that all? Fuck, yep. Heck, yep. Trevenant, yes. Rhydon, yes. Victini, yep. Okay. Okay, so what does he open with? His opening can be a lot of things. He can open Crobat, U-turn right away, because he's fast, low outspeed. He can switch into whatever he needs. He can open with Rhydon or Kecleon, he can get his rocks up, he can open with Trevenant. He can burn whatever he pleases. Perhaps we can open with who's least effective in this match. But most of mine still have some use. I think we can be fine if we open up with Primarina. Let's see, what Primarina against Crobat like? Because I think Crobat's best move is Cross Poison. Pretty sure that'll do over 50%. Okay, well this set doesn't even show Cross Poison, but Great Bird still does a lot. And Hydro Pump won't take him down, right? It has to be a high roll. Let's see, so what do we open with? Still think if we open up his Primarina, we'd be fine if he opens anything but the Trevenant or the Crobat. So let's do that. We opened with the Kecleon. So let's just fire off the Hydro Pump because he has no immunities for it. We can go for it freely. So to Fake Out, we see Fake Out on Kecleon. I don't know if Protean would have shown it anyway since he's already normal type, but let's check what that Fake Out did. Okay, I'm going to calc as many possible moves as we can. Fake Out did 18% though. Life Orb. Yep, so that Kecleon has no attack investment with no attack boosting EVs. So he's bulky Kek. Hydro Pump does a lot without any investment, but say he's max HP and max. Spidef, it does 50. And we miss. Goes for the Thunder Punch. Wait, what? That was powerful. I thought he was none. I thought he didn't have anything. That was powerful. 81%, but what? Oh, because he gets the stab. He gets the stab. Pretty sure he gets the stab because of that. Dang it. Wasn't a crit though. Okay. So we're starting out with this thing taking out one of our mons already on turn 2. That's the problem because it gets so much coverage. Does it get ground? It doesn't. Well, it gets dig, but it also gets fire coverage. It gets fire and fighting coverage, but being down a mon already is not very good. I mean, we can live Fire Blast if we go for it. So So let's go into the boys, and we can go for our toxic. And we missed the toxic. We missed the toxic. Seriously. This game not want me to win. 10% chance to miss the toxic. 20% chance to miss the high jump. That's the thing. Misses. It dodges both of our attacks. Seriously. I think at that point, now we get a discharge. The incoming sock. Okay. Can we get paralyzed? We do. Okay. Hax God's coming back for us. Is our play here to go into Mars? We go into Mars or we go into Kramer? So Thunderous against this Sock. So he's choice banded. We live close. We can live close combat. We can live knockoff. We can live poison dab. We can live head. We can live his Zen headbutt. But if he goes for those attacks, he goes down. We can then attack him with Thunderbolt. So we go into Kramer or we go into Mars. Since we don't have Side Shock, we don't take this thing out. But he is pretty weak. No Soul Do, so Dragon Pulse doesn't do the job. I think we go into Mars to scout his set though. This is the close combat. That damage does not check out for Choice Band. Not check out for Choice Band. So we scare him out with the Psychic and Dragon Balls. Or do we go for the Wish? The play here is to go into the Trevenant. If he does that, what do we do? If his best play be go Trevenant, we Shadow Ball. Nice! Nice and called. But that did booty. So we got, could do Thunderous here. See what his play would be here. If he's Adamant Choice Band, the Rock Slide would take out Thunderous. Why don't we Protect? If he goes into something, we waste a move. But against the Latias, could we live a potential Shadow Claw? Wait, did we see an item? We did not see Leftovers, although he could still be a berry variant. So we could live and we can go for Wish. Do that. So that Shadow Ball does not, or Claw, it does not check out for Choice Band. So we'll protect this turn. Yeah, that Shadow Claw can check out though for an Adamant Max Attack. She could not get that damage. It's just Adamant. Or it's just a neutral nature. Yep, so that's Adamant Max Attack. Went for Earthquake. Probably trying to call the Magneton back in. Where's his team? What's his team? So what's the Trevenant? We've seen Earthquake. We've seen Shadow Claw. We know he has Adamant Max Attack. Let's check that Shadow Ball damage as well. What the heck? I've seen it did a lot more than what it should have. Should have got everything straight. Shadow Ball did 28%. It's weird. It could be Assault Vest Trevenant then. Because you can't do that, we can't get that kind of little damage without it. And so that checks out for Adamant, max HP, max attack, Assault Vest. So we now know the ins and outs of the Trevenant. We don't have to worry about the Harvest. So that's what the Trevenant has. So what do we still don't really have much to do here. I mean, I would just go for the Shadow Ball again. And we could get back from that. Let's do it. So we get off the damage, and once he does, Shadow Claws again. Okay? We get lefties. That might kill us with High Roll. Yep, so he could kill us with the highest of rolls. So why don't we protect? And now our play here is to go into Modern Sonic because he cannot Will-O-Wisp us. Okay, so we can eat that. So we can't. So if we Pursuit here, he takes us out with Earthquake. We Sucker Punch. Because we are faster than him. Wait, that's not without. That's without Extra Belt. With Extra Belt. With Extra Belt, Pursuit does the job, though. Okay, Trevenant is down. So he goes into the Rhydon. Now, what we do here is hard. Realistically, his play is to get up rocks. We don't have anything weak to rocks besides Thunderous. So if he gets rocks up, we can't switch Thunderous in without something else dying. So let's count Gladius against a Rhydon. Gladius against the Rhydon. Can't live with Stone Egg. Unless the Dragon Balls do. Does okay. That's a 3-hit KO of Dragon Ball, but we can wish. Okay, so we got Levitate. So we can't calc what that damage was for. So we wish. So the Stone Edge, that does 30%. That checks out for a non-boosting attack nature with no investment. So, let's see how much we can do with the Dragon Balls. What do we protect? Dragon Ball. Because he would have Shadow Clawed at this turn if he could have. 32. So he is. So he has HP at least. He could be physically defensive variant with Eviolite. Yep. So that could be physically defensive right on. So we saw Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Stone Edge. No, he's at least max HP. Let's say he has defense. So we can just keep clicking Dragon Pulse as he goes into Kecleon. Kecleon has shown knockoff. So we don't want to do that. Let's go into the boys. Since their usefulness without the Eviolite dwindled. And he didn't show any sort of coverage against us. So let's toxic this thing. Goes into the sock. So we just go back into Mars. That's the obvious play. Get the pair hacks, that'd be very well. So there's the knockoff. That was a lot. Could that be extra belt stock? That could be choice band. We had the leftovers. No, we had leftovers. He's not choice band, so I think we actually determined that earlier. And that damage checks off with no item at all. Well, that would be that damage checks out for max attack without that. But we can live another knockoff though. Just want to check if he was adamant or not. So that can work for an adamant max one as well. But even so, he needs high roll. Oh, we live it. We're living. We protect. That just gives him a free switch, but I don't care. Going to the boys. So we see the Ice Punch. Now we know everything Kecleon has. So knock off. Stock is at least max attack. Okay, what do we do? I think we discharge this time because he's switching the Sock, calling out Toxic. Yep. And we get the crit! Sock goes down. Unfortunate crit, but don't want that open. But at least I had to do is at least apologize to him about the crit, but let's check Magneton against the Rhydon. Because we might be able to flash cannon here. If he's max speed, which we determined he might not be, we can't outspeed him. Flash cannon can take him out right here, right now. Wait. I just want to make sure. Yep. So he switches out into Kecleon, that gets damage on it, 25%. It doesn't matter what we do this time because Kecleon just fakes out. Yep. So I think now we Toxic freely. No, we discharge. It goes into Rhydon, we just scare it out with Flash Cannon again. Oh man, I'm really hyped right now. Not doing very badly this time. Okay, that's good damage. It's good damage. And the Paralyze. Nice! We slowed this thing down detrimentally. At this point, we let the boys go down. The boys did their job. Okay, so he went into the Rhydon. So we flash cannon. He lives it. We knocked it out with Earthquake. But we're now in the position where Thundurus can clean with help of Zero. So we'll Grass Knot. Victini is the only problem right now, but if he's Choice Scarf. So the Kecleon, it of course fakes out. But I want to see, what does Thundurus do against the Kecleon? Thunderbolt could kill. What about if we go for the Z move? So it can, but he obviously would fake out this turn. Yep. So let's go for the Z move. Because we don't need it against the Victini. So we'll see if the Victini goes down. Or if he outspeeds us, then we know he's Scarf. Oh, he's Choice Scarf Blue Flare, but he missed! Okay. Do we win now? We let Thundurus go down? No, we can go on to Mars. So yeah, Mars goes down. We'll do Skunk Tank. We'll Sucker Punch. And both Cobalion and... Well, no, they both outspeed. We Sucker Punch. Do we win? We finally won a match! Thank you! Oh, man. Oh, we finally won a match. Thank you. So much, Alex. That was a very good game. Oh, man. I mean, if you had to make a God of War, it could have been a much different match. But Kecleon, Sog, Trevenant, they all did amazing. Well, Trevenant I was able to figure out a set, but it was a good set nonetheless. It took us a while to take it down. Oh, man, but we finally won. I finally got my first win. That's amazing. So, that basically puts us back to where we were in week 2. Well, after week 2, but... So we are now 1-3, -8. Oh, man. I mean, I'm kind of just going over this the first time we finally won with this team. We didn't even get to use Cobalion. Oh, man. That blue flare miss actually sucked though, for him, because he could have at least lowered his loss by 1 more. Well, no, because then I would have gone to Skunk Tank right away instead of sacking off Latias. But yes, we finally did it. We got our first win 4 weeks in. Granted, we're still in a very bad position, but this win can show us that we can work with this team. We can make a comeback. Let's see if we can make playoffs. How playoffs work? We just have to be in the top 2 of our division, and divisions of 4 people. So it's a shot. I mean, all my competitors' records are still slightly better than mine, but I can come back if they keep losing, if I keep winning. All I can say is, once again, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to smack that like button down below and subscribe, as you already know. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we need that support if we want to make a win streak into a win streak. Let's just not let this be the only one we get this, guys. Show me your support down below in the comment section below, and like and subscribe. I already said that, but stay tuned for the next week of PCL to see if I end up ultimately,